Hey guys, welcome to L.A.G. This is your host, Zaris, and today I've got with me
Toshi,
a human,
and we also have a special guest.
Sweet Kicks!
Will be joining us this evening while we talk about life, anime, and gaming. Today we're going to start it off talking about glitter pits. It is a new form of fad relating to fashion about making your pits sparkle.
I think Sweet Kicks was the one that brought it up, so maybe she could explain it to us in more detail.
Is this something you were investigating for yourself, or...?
No. No. It's just been something that's been all over my Facebook wall.
so you're posting these things?
No.
Explain it to the people.
Yeah, I'm a little confused.
Yeah,
so what is
to
it?
the people?
So, for a while now, there has been a fad of females growing out their armpit hair, and then it turned into them coloring their armpit hair. And now, yeah, I know. And now, the newest thing, there's been glitter roots, which involved putting glitter in the roots of your hair, and of course glitter beards for No Shave November. And now there is glitter pits, where you literally put glitter under your armpits with the long hair and then show it off to the world.
This reminds me of a skit that was in
You should see all our faces right now.
South Park.
You should have seen my face earlier.
You should see how all the males in this room are reacting.
So is this only happening in Japan so far?
No, this is here.
This is US.
This is US.
Oh, well, that makes sense now.
See, the hair doesn't get me. It's that would be so uncomfortable in your armpit. Imagine the feeling of the
Little dots,
rough,
yeah.
grainy
Oh.
stuff every time you move your armpit. Like you're walking down the street and you're just rubbing up against that glitter,
so far
rubbing up against it.
You said women are doing this.
Women are doing it, and I've seen men starting to do it as well.
Okay, would any of you guys do it?
No. I don't know if I can express that anymore.
Wait.
I'm a little worried because on one hand, yes, that would be hilarious. On the other hand, it would be stuck there forever.
Okay, so
Like I'd have a week of painful.
It's like going to the strip
Abrasion.
club and focusing all the glitter in one spot.
okay, so is this a fad or is it just a humor thing or
No, this is a fad. This is a fashion thing.
I guess we just need to look up what fashion means.
It's America. It's fashion. You've seen some of the clothing they do.
Yeah, like 14-year-old girls wearing stripper outfits.
We're
Yeah.
not gonna go into that.
Or like the old Japanese things where they used to inject Botox here to make a donut shape on the top of their head.
God, that was
why?
so dumb. Did you guys see that?
Yes.
Did you ever see that?
No, and I don't think I want to.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I heard
like
about the
they literally stuck needles in their head, injected Botox, and it literally was a shape of a donut on their forehead.
Why?
And it would last for like what, a few weeks?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
so stupid. I mean, I heard about the Botox in the armpit things because it would help block out the sweat glands so you wouldn't get sweaty armpits. That I understood. But the donut thing, what the poop?
What?
No.
It's on the glitter in your armpits.
Well, yeah.
Unshaven
no, duh.
armpits too.
Unshaven, colored armpits.
Now, okay.
Sounds like something from the 90s.
Would you? Okay.
BuzzFeed has
Okay.
been covering it too.
Zaris, would you date a girl with that?
No.
feature? I
Your
know you.
name
I
is
know
not
you asked for
Zaris.
Zaris' opinion.
I
but
know.
Absolutely no.
It would depend highly on the reason. Like if it was something where it was a completely legitimate, I feel like this is a
Empowering.
completely sane thing to do. No. If it was something more along the lines of, you know what? I want to be shiny in my pits. I'm just going to do this. Then yeah, sure. If
I
it
want
was-
to be a shiny Pitamon.
Right. If it's nothing more than your own opinion of, you know what, I'm going to do this because I think it's funny or I think it'll, look
It has no serious
goofy or
effect,
whatever. Yeah. But if it's like, yeah, this is the fad, I want to follow in that, I'm going to be like, no.
Okay, even if you were doing it for hilarity, the aftermath would still suck.
Oh, yes,
you gotta
definitely.
Clean, you gotta clean all the glitter out of your armpits.
Yes,
Yeah,
and, then if
And
you
glitter
and think,
stays around
And think
forever.
about if that person hugs you
Oh, it's all over you.
and they have a sleeveless shirt.
Did you go to the strip bar? No.
You would have the hugest problem with that.
I'd actually be
No,
at a
Adam
fairly
hugged
large
me.
advantage. Well, yeah, if I hugged people, they'd be at a very big disadvantage. They'd have,
No, think,
Glitter shoulders.
Think if Toshi got hugged with someone like that and he came home to Rama.
Ranma, what would you say if I had glitter all over me?
so you figure the majority of people that would hug you with glitter pits would be giving you glitter tits.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. How far does this rabbit hole go? Because you said beards, you said roots, you said pits, So where else can people put it?
I don't want to think about it.
There you
I don't want to think about that.
Glitter dicks.
I didn't want to think about it.
Glitter mounds.
We should totally segue this subject.
Okay. Let's go. Let's go to a
The Kojima thing.
Let's go to Kojima. Okay. Last night was the Game Award ceremony, 2015. It was on Twitch. It was on online. It used to be the Spike Video Game Awards, but now it's its own entity. One of the big awards was for Best Action Adventure Game. And the winner of that was Metal Gear Solid 5, a great game. I bet you everyone here has at least heard or played a Metal Gear game and know how it is. When the award was being accepted, Jeff Knightley, one of the main hosts and a good friend of Kojima, actually gave a notice saying, Kojima is not here to accept the award. He has been stopped. Well, pretty much, quick summary, he's been stopped by the lawyers of Konami saying he cannot come to accept the award. And he is banned from coming to the award ceremony tonight for that reason. So Keith Sutherland, who was the voice actor of one of the Snake character in the game, went up to accept it, got booed. Keith Sutherland, he's a good actor. He's done, a lot of movies. 24 was one of the biggest shows in Fox history. And he got booed for that. And there's been such a backlash with that because, even EA with being wasn't it one of the worst companies to work with?
Top three.
One of the top three.
Top three worst companies to work with even went on a rag on Konami. And this does not help Konami by how they've been being seen for this whole year.
Yeah. Plus, why was the voice actor booed for it? Was he picking it up in place of him?
Pretty much.
Like, was he?
Yes.
Now, in my understanding, when you typically accept an award for someone, it's where you accept it on their behalf and you get it to them later.
No, he's accepting it for the company.
What?
Yeah.
So Konami is the ones accepting the award?
Konami took the award away from him.
That's BS.
Yeah.
All because of their spat.
I've been hearing a lot of bad stuff about Konami, especially with them
gosh.
putting their workers to the reins.
Mm-hmm. One of the reasons why they could do this was because they still have a non-compete clause with Kojima. So he has to follow their rules and regulations until I think the end of this month.
Yeah, I think it was at the end of 2015.
Yeah. So, and they still call him, he's on vacation. He's not fired from the company, they say. But
They're sugarcoating it, basically.
He's just on a hiatus right now and just trying to stay away from the company until he's actually out of the contract.
Yeah.
Wait, but another aspect to it as well, if you think about the trophy itself, since it's addressed to Kojima, then...
Well, it's addressed to Metal Gear Solid 5, which is Kojima's
game.
Game.
It's his.
Okay. Well, even still, as far as that goes, the trophy itself has lost all value because it's a public's expression for their love of the game, which they attribute to Kojima, not just the studio that placed it in there. So this creates a rift because the people who did work on the game itself and put that effort on there are now receiving a bit of the backlash as well.
No. All of Kojima's team who worked on the game have been worked to the bone, lost their ability to work they took away the technology, the program, the funding. Basically, it was Kojima's team that was being targeted by Konami.
Wait,
if I remember correctly, they stopped any break times. They kind of made it like a union, but made it really bad.
Yeah.
It was to the point to where they were wanting to go on strike, but they weren't allowed to.
Yeah.
Wait, so no one who worked on the game itself received their award at all?
The voice actor really is the only voice actor, and maybe the
Who
company.
Who did he voice act?
He voice acted Snake.
Okay. I don't know my voice actor name.
And
so
that was also weird because that's also one of the things. I didn't know if Kojima chose Keith Sutherland. I think he did, but that was also one of those odd changes. Why did they not get David Haya?
Yeah.
And that could have been something that could have been the company or it could have been Kojima. But pretty much his group, Kojima Productions or whatever, was it Fox? What was his group? Fox?
Yeah.
Pretty much got blacklisted by Konami.
After they said, hey, work like slaves?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
They pretty much were trying to force them out.
Huh. I do feel a little bit good about one aspect, though. I haven't bought a Konami game in about 5+ years, so there's that.
I bought Metal Gear Solid 5 because it was his last baby.
what were some other big Konami games?
Yu-Gi-Oh was once.
Yeah.
Metal Gear's always been. They also have.
Ah, drat! I bought that digital Yu-Gi-Oh game.
Yeah, I did too.
Bummer. I enjoyed it.
But I think they're selling. I think they're selling that off. I think they made Splinter and sell it off, and that and the only AAA title that they are confirmed making still, PS Manager. Basically, it's like your football manager, soccer football manager.
Oh,
That's the only that's the only AAA title they are confirmed making.
Wait, that's a AAA title?
That's a AAA title for them. Everything else of the money and power is going to pachinko machines.
Well, Konami also did the Dance Dance Revolution stuff too.
When was the last time they did a good Dance Dance Revolution?
always.
When was the last one?
Yes.
2009. Yeah,
In 2009?
2009.
I remember Supernova 2. And I think that might have been it.
And this is also what you have to think about. They're still going to say they're still making Metal Gear games.
Right.
So,
in theory.
But
I thought they were just stopping at this one.
no.
Kojima isn't allowed to continue making it.
Yes, but
So-
they own the rights.
okay. So,
Basically, as far as Metal Gear Solid, it's going the way of Mega Man.
so it's gonna die.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Possibly.
most likely.
Fun.
Yep.
Fun times.
Yeah.
So that's two companies that I really enjoyed in the childhood that basically said, screw
Going
you for
to
the
poop.
things that you love.
Yeah,
I enjoyed Contra a whole lot. When's the last time I had a good Contra game?
I never played Contra, so I don't know.
Yeah, and the worst part is, what are we gonna do? You know what they'll look at? The green bills. Oh, the money, actually. Let's just go money.
They're gonna,
Contra doesn't give print money.
No, it does not, comparably to the games that move. Remember, everyone's slowly moving towards casual mobile games.
Isn't it all about the money though?
It's always about the money.
All the
but-
gaming, all the anime, all the everything. It's all about.
Yes, but
I
now
I want to focus on games that people can almost essentially take on the road now,
Yeah.
which in retrospect would be cell phones.
Yeah.
Because honestly, if you look also how because Japan's a big factor to this.
Oh yeah.
It used to be, 3 years ago, you would go on a subway, everyone would have like a PSP, mostly a 3DS or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays, you just see mobile games.
Huh.
And Nintendo is even caving in and going, hey, we're doing mobile games now. And
Mhm.
even with Pokemon Go being their biggest title
yeah.
coming out.
So everyone's moving to the mobile world.
There's also that one game that came out strictly for the mobile game to get its I guess Kickstarter going. I can't remember what it was. It was like something Mermaid or something like that. Where they just release all their stuff on the mobile games or on the mobile app, and that's where they put all their funds and money into, and then that's how they're going to start their whole anime and the whole game, and they're going to start from that. And they put, I think, millions of dollars into it.
Yeah.
I want to say it was like $1.2 million or like 2 point something mil.
But you can see how how the world is moving towards mobile and quick, easy cash. Because as I said, like Konami's focused on pachinko. Because that's an easy thing. They could put any design. Didn't they do Castlevania?
That sounds like something that they would do similar to Monopoly.
Oh yeah,
You can just basically buy the rights to something else, throw it on the same skin, and
pretty
just
much.
print money.
Because like Castlevania, when's the last good Castlevania? That's also one. Because the guy who originally helped create that is now making his own Kickstarter to make a Castlevania spiritual successor.
The last good Castlevania game came out on the DS, so it's
and
been a
he's
while.
working on that now on a spiritual successor. So it's just how it's going. I mean, a lot of big names are leaving.
Well, talking about money making, what do you guys think Samurai Jack will bring in? The new Samurai Jack.
I worry because it's
Yeah.
been a long time since they showed the last episode.
First off, who's all super excited about it?
Dude,
Oh,
yes.
Definitely.
Because I'm stoked.
But that's what I'm worried about because they'll have to figure out how to make it to tell for the modern times because a lot of people
They just need to finish the story.
Yes,
they just
but-
need to pick up from
yeah, but-
right where they were
but-
and just move on.
but
9
it's
times out of
Hugo.
10, they probably will not do that. They're probably going to either start over or they're going to segue onto something completely different.
Oh God, I hope they don't do
And
that.
see, that's the thing. They have to do it, like I said, money, like you just said, because they have to get the younger generation.
And the
Well,
art style already looks different from what we witnessed.
I actually so far like the
and I
poster
don't
style.
mind that.
I just don't know what is on his head. Like
Yeah.
on the poster, it's got Aku
It
in the
looks
background.
like an Aku head on him.
Yeah, it looks like a miniature Aku helmet or like a emperor helmet
Yeah.
or a hat.
Okay, well, let's just begin with who has the most. Explain what Samurai Jack is. To people.
Samurai Jack is a samurai who gets time warped into a future time by this demon lord named Aku. I don't remember the reason. I think he was just trying to take over the world.
and Jack was trying to stop.
And
him.
Jack was trying to stop him. And right before he stopped him, he sent Jack into the future. And Jack is trying to get used to living in the future with his old ways of the samurai.
Well, the reason
trying
why,
to get-
also the fact that he sent him in the future is because that way it let Aku actually take over the world.
Yeah, and then when he gets sent to the future, Aku was taking over control of the world.
And he actually
Right,
did.
and he won.
succeeded.
Yeah.
So Jack is still on his quest to defeat Aku in the modern telling, and it's one of the reasons we enjoy the series is because the artwork was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about amazing, but it was very fun.
Comparably to its time.
It was different and it was a nice change of pace.
It was an anime cartoon. I mean, wasn't it made in the States?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so it was a state-made anime. So kind of like Last Airbender or
anime-inspired cartoon.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Anime-inspired.
And the stories were really well done.
Mm-hmm.
And they did so
yeah,
much.
they really were actually.
And they did so much with so little because there was very little communication in many of the episodes.
Oh yeah, Jack was a very silent character, and
they were able to tell a story with a silent character.
I think the whole samurai aspect to that kind of helped it though.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And then him trying to get used to the future, and I mean, it kind of looked more like a '90s style future, but
Well, yeah, it was. It wasn't designed to be something that was a future for our world. It was based on a future
of his world.
Exactly.
So coming from the Edo period into
Yeah.
And
Right.
remember, it was taken over by Aku, so it's altered.
true, yeah.
Their cars and things like that.
Which I can't remember what the last episode was
That's
left
why I was
on.
going to ask, what was the last episode? So this is going to be starting 2016. What was the last episode?
I'm not the one to ask. The last one I saw was him fighting the sirens and teaming up with the Scottish guy.
I love the Scottish guy.
The
Sorry.
last episode I
That's
remember,
awesome.
which was probably only halfway through, was
See, I just-
him fighting the tower with the blind people.
The reason
Oh,
why
I
we're
remember that
asking
one.
is because it's sort of that factor. Like, how many seasons did it last? I'm also.
I think it was only 2 or 1.
It was 2 or 3
Yeah,
seasons,
I believe it was 3.
But I see also where Human is worried because, okay, I don't know if you guys ever saw. Did anyone ever see like that 1 hour special Powerpuff Girl movie?
Yes, that weird.
No, I never got to saw that. What is it?
Basically, they had redone the Powerpuff Girls and they revolved it around Dance Dance Revolution.
Huh?
Basically, starts off normal. Mojo Jojo's taking over the town. Powerpuff Girls come, kick his butt. Mojo is beaten. While Mojo spies on the girls, hears the girls fangirling over the newest Dance Dance Revolution game and begging the professor for it. And so Mojo delivers his own version to the house. The girls play it and get taken over. And
Giggity?
then and then basically it's the professor, the mayor, Miss Bellman, the rest of the town saving the girls through the power of dance. And Mojo's reasoning behind it is so obscure. At one point he's talking about a little blue fairy and blah blah blah, and it pans back over to the plot and I was like, what is going on?
Huh.
But
I hope they
it
don't
was
do that
meh.
with Samurai
But
Jack.
now, I know, but now they've even talked about Powerpuff Girls coming back, but they are not bringing back any of the original voice actresses. Tara Strong, who voiced Bubbles, was totally upset because she wanted to come back as Bubbles.
Why didn't they?
They were like, we want a new change of pace.
Mhm.
New girls, new faces. So Tara was completely upset and went to Twitter and talked about how hurt she was by Cartoon Network that they wouldn't even consider her to audition for her
That's
role that made her
lame.
name.
Okay, I just wanted some.
But
about the
segueing back to
Samurai Jack.
Samurai Jack.
It was 4 seasons.
Oh,
From-
okay.
It was 4 seasons?
Each season was 13 episodes, and it started out 2001 and ended 2004.
Oh, there were only
Shoot.
13 episodes per
Yeah.
season? Oh, that's probably why it only felt like
Yeah.
2
The
seasons.
last episode supposedly was called Jack and the Baby. It was the one where he was rescuing a baby and trying to return it to his mother. I actually
Oh!
I vaguely remember that.
I remember that one now.
that's the last episode, and it canceled there.
With-
So you have to think about this. It's now what 2015.
Mm-hmm.
11 years later, they're gonna bring back the series.
Well,
They've been doing that with a lot of old things lately, if you think about
Yeah,
it.
I'm trying to remember what the last one was that they brought up.
I did want to mention a couple different things on it. One is, with it coming back so late, it does create an opportunity for them to do an episode 1 or 2, an opening that allows them to cover the first episode, and then for the episode 2, they can continue on past part of the story. There wasn't a whole lot of interlinking between each of the episodes.
Yeah, that's true.
There were a lot of segments that can be kind of summarized with an episode. They can redo the meeting with the Scottish guy. Any of the main characters that keep coming, for multiple episodes or have a plot point directly to it, they can bring those back in for an episode. They could do 3 episodes that catch everyone up to where it was currently while not leaving out or missing out on anything that was relevant to the story in the original fold of it.
Now, with that, do you think they will focus on the nostalgia of the people who watched in the past, or try to make it for the people of now?
I hope nostalgia.
Entirely depends. If it's the original creator, he's going to want to finish up what he had in mind to start with. If it's an entirely new team that Cartoon Network has just thrown together to make money off of the series, then it's going to be a hint of nostalgia with appealing to new audience. But since it's going towards Adult Swim, I imagine nostalgia is going to be a bigger part of it, because people who watched it back then are now adults who would watch it on Adult Swim.
They might. I could see them doing like a recap episode of the first one, maybe, of like how Jack
Or maybe
got to
just
where he
or
could
just
be, and then
full storyline. Like a first episode is just kind of catching you up, and then they
Yes,
kind of work their way
because-
into it, and then just move on.
yes, because that's actually what Persona 4 Golden the animation did. They just redid the first episode, and then everything else was brand new, involving Marie, a character that wasn't in the first game, but she was in Golden. So I could see them kind of doing that.
Okay, so what are you guys' final thought on Samurai Jack, real quick, before we move on?
I think it would be a lot harder for them to screw up than for them to do right.
I'm gonna have to agree with that one.
I agree as well.
I agree with that, but I'm also, as I said, I'm just worried of what they can do, because even if they're bringing it back, there's gotta-
Something could go
just,
awry.
and this is
Yeah.
also the catch. We've seen a lot of things being brought back, and if one hiccup, one odd thing about it,
The fandom's gonna go crazy.
yes,
Well,
Yeah.
the biggest thing to remember is think about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. If anybody was a fan of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles growing up, they'll know that there's been a lot of re-releases, and a lot of them
but
have
that's
been.
the thing. Those have different iterations, so that's why people are able. They keep adapting full modern, but we've seen that so many times because they did it with 4 cartoon shows.
Well, the main point I was actually getting to was that you never have a fan base that says, that's the Turtles I remember. It's always, it sucked. It's not as good as the original.
Mm-hmm.
No matter how popular it is.
Yeah, but then you go and watch the original, and you're like, oh, this is not what I
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah.
Oh no, but that's my point. That's exactly my point. Was everyone that's remembering it from nostalgia thinks about the new one and goes, oh, that's crap. It doesn't have blank or blank. When you go back and watch the original, even if you're thinking or seeing blank or blank, you're like, oh,
They're
blank
just
or blank wasn't
remembering.
bad.
They're just remembering the nostalgia factor.
Yeah.
That's all they're remembering. They're like, oh yeah, it was great. It was fun. It was, yeah.
You remember what
but-
you liked as a kid, and then you come back to it as an adult, and it might not be as good as you thought it was.
Yeah.
So
So-
we're gonna have to actually move on because we're gonna run out of time if we
Okay.
don't move on. Ruby.
Okay.
Oh, Ruby.
So season 3 started a month and a half ago.
Yeah, month and a half ago.
So we're episode 4 now, almost 5.
Mm-hmm.
5 will be
Who's-
coming out
who's
on
caught up?
Saturday.
I'm
would be
2
me.
episodes behind, actually.
Yeah, I'm 1 episode behind. So
I am fully caught up until the new episode comes out on Saturday.
I say you should watch this. It's tournament style.
It is tournament style right
I
now.
can't even remember the last episode I watched. I know it was either the second season or the very end of the first season.
It's been really good so far, because this one is basically them showing what they can do in fights and what their abilities are.
Mhm.
And it gives the idea of how they act in the different groups and how they are able to coordinate with each other.
There's even a silhouette of Ruby's father in the very beginning.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Actually, you meet Ruby's father.
When? You mean-
Spoiler alert.
Yeah,
Like,
spoiler
are you-
alert. You don't meet Ruby's dad yet. You meet Ruby's uncle.
That's his uncle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was the father for
No,
some reason.
no. Crow
I'm-
is Ruby and Yang's uncle.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
mixing it up now.
Yeah.
Sorry, my memory went blank.
No, you see the silhouette of Ruby's father in the beginning when Ruby visits her mother's grave, but you don't see the father quite yet.
Yeah. And remember,
How far into the season is it?
There's 4 episodes. The 5th episode will be out on Saturday.
Yeah, you can actually catch
What
it.
Saturday? What date?
10 a.m.
No date.
No, date. The 7th of December? No, 6th of December.
Tomorrow's that, yeah.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's 5th, isn't it?
Today is the 5th.
No,
Yeah.
today's the 4th.
Yeah,
Tomorrow's the 5th.
Okay. Yeah, one of those dates.
So on the 6th. Oh wait, 5th.
5th.
Yeah.
Anyway, before I confuse all of our listeners,
On a number. It
Don't
comes
listen
out.
to Tochi.
it's
Yeah, it comes
some
out-
date.
It comes out every Saturday at 10 a.m.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
like, because they wanted to feel like a Saturday morning cartoon idea.
Yes.
And it's on what?
Roosterteeth.com.
Roosterteeth.com. You can also catch it on Crunchyroll if you have a Crunchyroll account. Or YouTube even, I
yeah.
believe.
No, that's a week behind.
It's
Yeah,
It's a show-
that's true.
it's a show that focuses show that focuses mostly on action, but it does have a plot that's very character build dependent.
It's
Yes.
not a bad plot, but it's hard to follow a little bit. It's like you said, it's mainly for the action. And me being not a big action anime loving fan, but I do enjoy action, it's phenomenal. It's really well done.
It's what Montione wanted to create as his final wish.
Rest
May
in
he-
peace.
yeah.
May rest in peace. And, you know, the people who are carrying it, it's sort of like what he has a basic outline. He's
Well,
given
did
them.
you hear what they found
What?
of Montione's, like, his vault?
No.
He
No.
has 23 seasons worth of stuff
Yeah,
ready for it.
That is
Ooh, boy.
So there's going to be, if they follow through, there will be 23 seasons of Ruby.
Yeah.
And he has all the stuff
Keep
planned
in
out.
mind the Ruby seasons are fairly short.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
have you ever heard of how Montione's work ethic is?
Uh-uh. Was it real rough?
He would work from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. He would
Dang.
he would sleep underneath his table for 45 minutes or whatever he can. To take breaks, he would do DDR like no other. Have you ever
He'd
watched?
be a good match for you, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
DDR? That's how he takes a break. He has created everything by hand. One of his biggest contributing factors to why he does how he does is his mother.
Hmm.
And he, has a, I think, wife.
How-
widow,
How old was he when he died?
like 20. He was in his 20s. I know.
He
that
was
much.
in his late 20s, early 30s.
Mhm.
Jeez.
And
He
he died.
died young.
Sucks.
He died from anesthetic poisoning or something like that.
I thought it was ammonia.
No, he died because he was going for.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he died from the
Oh,
anesthesia.
Yeah, he was going for a regular medical procedure.
anesthesia.
And there was complications. And yeah, that's why he had a crazy, and he would, up to an hour before episode was sent, he would still try to make modifications.
Yep.
He would make everything perfect.
Before we start depressing everybody, can
Can
we segue into something nicer? Like,
Well, to finish up Ruby right quick.
Okay.
If it is something you're in, like, if this sounds anything like something you'd be interested in, action or otherwise, be prepared for some jarring visuals to start with.
yes.
It does work really well, but there are some scenes that the motion capture with the design of the background really throw you off of what you're seeing.
It does take some getting used to, and I had to get used to it as well. But now I can proudly say I love the show, and I don't know if anyone else has heard. I nearly forgot about this until now. Ruby is coming out with a game for the
Really?
And it's actually been green-lighted.
Yep.
In Steam. So you can
Yep.
actually go play it there.
PC. You can go play it on Steam.
Mm-hmm.
And if you guys like music, it's got a really good
Yes.
soundtrack too.
Yeah.
The soundtrack is done by a family of musicians, believe it or not, and all of the vocals are done by a 14-year-old girl.
Yep.
A few of them.
What?
Oh, what, the
Yeah.
songs?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's 14. She's
Yeah,
probably
she's good,
She's probably
too.
15 now. But her mother has popped on, I think, on at least one song.
I think so. Yeah.
Maybe two, but I know one for certain.
Are you telling me I've seriously been jamming out to a 14-year-old?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
She's
And-
got pipes.
And all it's such a project with such care because the writers worked ever so vigilantly with Monty. The voice actors they work in the same. It's Rooster Teeth.
Mm-hmm.
They do production like no other.
It's been brought over to Japan even. They released a Japanese trailer.
And there's a manga.
Yep, there is a manga.
So it does have the care, and it does have the family aspect, and it does
You
have.
just have to get used to the style.
And if you want to see how the fights look, go look up other Monteon works. Dead Fantasy and Haloid is one of his most famous. That's what actually got him a job at Rooster Teeth.
Last final thought for the Ruby real quick. It's also getting dubbed in Japanese in Japan now. So I thought that was kind of cool.
That's what I just said.
Oh. I was not paying attention. I was looking at the time. I swear.
All right.
That's what I meant by Japanese trailer.
Sorry.
It's okay, Toshi.
As you can tell, I don't pay attention sometimes.
Yeah.
Good job.
Okay. So moving on with our next subject.
Do we want to move on to the subjects or do?
Let's get to the game.
Yeah. Let's play a game. So what's our game called?
All right. Well, we got a treat for you guys. We're trying this new thing out. It's a game that we somewhat invented. So
We basically took 20 questions and condensed the heck out of it.
Yeah, pretty much. So what it is we're gonna start calling it Nerd Stump, or are we gonna name it something else?
Nerd
Stomp? I thought that was the name of it.
Sure.
Nerd Stomp?
That's what I thought it was
Nerd
called.
Stump.
Or Stump.
Stump the Nerds.
Okay.
Fine, Stump the Nerds.
All right. So the way this game is played is we each of ourselves come up with a anime character, a video game character,
Or
a video game series, or a anime series. And what we do is we think of that character in our head, and then we come up with 3 clues to ask all the other players, and they each get 1 guess. And if they cannot guess it, we give a final clue, which is depending on them, it'll be easier or a harder question. If they cannot guess it on their last try, then we tell the answer, and then we move on to the next person. Who wants to go first?
I can do mine right quick.
Oh, yeah. We can keep score later.
okay.
You will go first, Zaris?
Yep.
All right, Zaris. Take it away.
All right. Mine is a video game character. He has been a boss multiple times. He's been top tier in every game he's ever been in. He has a buster.
Okay. So I'm guessing Buster, as in like a Buster sword?
Like a Buster Blade.
Like a Buster blade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the first clue?
He has been a boss in multiple games.
Multiple games.
I
Okay,
see.
I'm thinking Smash Brothers, just because Zaris loves the Smash Brothers. Is there any Smash Brother characters out there with a Buster Blade or a Buster Sword?
I'm still leading the Cloud. The reason why, Kingdom Hearts, he was a main boss in several of them.
Mm-hmm.
Buster could be Buster Blade, which we all know is his signature weapon. I mean, it's in his movie, it's in the games, remakes, whatever. And what was the other clue you said?
He's always been top tier.
He has always been top tier. In what I played with him in Final Fantasy Record Keeper, he's always top tier. And when you use him he's going to be a special DLC in Smash. Supposedly, he looks really top tier right there. With dual costumes, it looks like he's going to be a boss there.
The only thing people have been complaining about is that his there's my word vomit of the night. His sword has been shortened.
It has been shortened.
Yes.
Well, from
The blade has been shortened.
And honestly, and you see him in his own game, he has a top tier. Like you use his final move and it's top tier.
Okay,
so that's what I'm going with. Cloud Strike.
So Cloud's your guess?
Yes.
Do you have a guess?
Mine was actually between Cloud and, oddly enough, I don't know why I thought of this. I think it's just mainly because of the Buster Sword. I kind of thought also Nightmare from the Soul Calibur series because he was pretty much the main villain of that.
That's who I was
each and
thinking
every
of.
time.
I couldn't think of the name.
Because both Nightmare and Siegfried, they are both the same person, but both of them...
How many games was he in, though?
Nightmare?
Yeah.
Nightmare's been in...
Just Soul
Every Soul
Calibur
Calibur.
and...
He's been in every Soul Calibur game.
That's more of a just their own little franchise though, not multiple games. So I don't know.
True.
My guess, I didn't really have a good guess. I'm gonna just kind of stick with Cloud because it sounds like a really good answer.
I love the thought you put into it, but no.
Dang.
Yes, I was wrong.
Okay, so did everyone guess and no one got it right?
Right.
Okay,
All right,
your
so
final clue. Well,
And I quote, "You thought you were better than you are."
So that's the clue.
That's the
You
clue.
thought you were better than you are.
And I quote. Meaning
And
this
I
character
quote.
has said this.
And I quote. You thought you were better than you are. A Buster. Okay, hang on. He had a.
Buster wielding character was
it
top tier
can't be
and
Mega
always the
Man,
final
can it?
boss.
Because he's never a final boss in a multiple game. Is there any villain?
But Mega Man was in multiple games.
He was in multiple games, but you said boss, correct?
He was a boss.
Was Mega Man ever a boss or Zero or?
Proto Man could even use that ability because he has a busted weapon.
He has been a boss multiple times.
He has been boss multiple times.
So where does the quote come from?
That's what's throwing me off. I can't remember the quote. Because it could be Proto Man. Honestly, it could be a Mega Man character.
I'm gonna guess Zero for Mega Man just because it sounds like
The
it.
quote is killing me. Even the quote doesn't help me much.
Do you have a guess?
I'm
Nope.
going Proto Man because I always feel like it's going to be a Mega Man, I believe. But
All right, just a random guess. Anybody?
But
you can take
damn it, Zed.
Okay.
Proto Man.
I'm gonna say Zero.
You would be correct.
Yes.
Oh,
Buster
man.
Sword.
Yay for random
Nope.
guessing.
Actual regular Buster.
Oh, he
Buster
does.
Cannon.
I
Yeah.
keep forgetting that.
Oh,
Yep.
damn it.
Ah, so it wasn't a Buster Blade.
Nope.
Ah, I
That's-
screwed everybody up on that one.
Good
Yeah, that's
job.
what you did. You threw that, and that's actually what stuck. Okay.
All right.
So 1-0-0, and you don't have
Yeah.
a score. Okay.
Oh, I got the point.
Yeah.
Yes, you got
Yeah. Who's
Okay.
leading?
Okay.
He's
So
not
who's
paying
next?
attention.
Yeah, who's not paying attention? That's
paid
why
attention
I
to that.
overthought it, and he simplified the thought.
And I'm just here.
Yeah.
I just stole answers.
Okay. Who's next?
You.
Okay. My first clue, Queen. Second
They
clue.
have good songs.
Yes.
Indeed.
Oh, it's a game character too. Sorry.
Okay.
Game character. First clue, Queen. Second clue, Ghost. Third clue. Let me make sure I have
Single word clue so far. Queen, Ghost, and
Vengeance.
Vengeance.
Hmm.
Queen, Ghost, Vengeance. Video game character?
Yes.
Video game character. Ghost, Queen, and Vengeance.
Well, Queen could theoretically just be reference to what class the character is. It could be something like Idea, Zelda, something along those lines. Since it's a game character, that does help limit it from things that would be normally anime. I imagine if it was anime, your list would jump
Yeah,
through the roof.
nothing's ringing a bell for me right now.
As far as Ghost goes, I'm assuming that either the character is itself a ghost, i.e. Zelda in Spirit Tracks, or has a ghost companion. That makes it a bit more difficult. I could also see something like Ico being referenced there. Vengeance is the hardest one. I could see an argument for Zelda from Spirit Tracks getting Vengeance for being in the position she's in, or just the struggle against demise, a la Skyward Sword.
But she's never a queen. She's always a princess.
Let me tell you kind of where my mind's going. It might open up your guys' mind a little bit. I'm thinking horror game for some reason. I don't know why, but maybe just because he's been in the horror games here lately.
Well, Vengeance and Ghost.
Vengeance, Ghost. I mean, that sounds kind of horror-y. Horror-y. But the queen part throws me off. I don't know if any horror games that have a queen that's been turned into a ghost that wants vengeance.
Well, it could be not necessarily a queen, but like, for example, Chess Queen or something associated with a character outside of that realm.
I don't really even... Do you have any guesses?
I'm a stumped
You guys-
panda.
Man, you guys are all on like expert mode for our first go round.
Yeah,
you guys are
I'm not
being
gonna,
mean.
I'm not gonna be nice either, so I'm sorry.
Oh, great.
Okay.
I made it super easy for everybody for our
Okay,
first
fine.
go
Then
round.
I'll give the hint. That'll be
No,
easy.
hang on, we got-
I'm gonna throw in Zelda to start.
Okay, I'm gonna throw in the girl, just the Blair Witch Project girl. I don't know.
Sadly, that was a game, so I can't even argue with that.
Oh, was it?
There was a Blair Witch. It's
Oh,
a
wow.
piece, so it's a
Well, then that's my guess.
I'll just say Zelda, even though I know she's not a queen.
None of you guys are correct. Now, since it was a tricky one, I do have a hint that may make it a lot easier. Or do you want the other hint I have, which is still tricky, but it still makes sense? I'll let you guys decide that since...
I already know it.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Okay, well,
Give us
I'll,
your-
I'll take the hint that you want to give.
Me too.
Hybrid.
Oh, shoot.
And now Toshi is silent.
Okay, so...
I still know who it is.
Then say it.
John Cena!
Oh, wait.
Yeah, overusing
Hybrid.
things.
Oh, shoot, this could be Fire Emblem. But Ghost makes it more difficult. I don't think of any characters that are associated with Fire Emblem and are ghosts.
I never did play it.
Wait, no. No.
When you guys do video game stuff, I'm completely out.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, and when you do anime, I'm God.
Yeah.
Ghost, Queen... No, Hybrid, no, this still doesn't work.
Vengeance and Hybrid. Hybrid.
Vengeance, I've got no idea on.
Okay.
Unless it's a reference to the game's name.
Nope, I'm stumped.
The nerds
Stumped.
are officially stumped,
I'm
unless
gonna
Zeros.
go with Zora Queen from Twilight Princess.
Nope.
She doesn't want vengeance, though.
Okay.
You have
She
a
wants
guess?
to protect her son, but that's it.
Oh, my guess will be. Did we say it's a girl or
Well,
The
Queen is
Queen
a
was the
girl.
only-
Vengeance and Hybrid?
Vengeance,
Vengeance
Hybrid,
and
Ghost.
Hybrid.
I don't think any of the clues relate. But how about just a random guess? I know people are gonna yell at me, but Slender Man.
Okay.
I just gotta throw guesses out.
Okay. My final clue was going to be "Help me, Jim." But I'll give you.
Hang on, is that PT?
No. So the final clue was "Help me, Jim." Queen of Blades, Zerg human hybrid.
Oh, from okay. I'm not
Resident
familiar
Evil?
enough with it. It's from that strategy game.
StarCraft.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been
God dang
wanting
it.
to play StarCraft. I haven't got to play any of it
Sarah
yet.
Kerrigan, Queen of Blades, wants vengeance because she was betrayed by Minx. Queen of Blades is her title, but she is the controller of all Zerg. She is a human Zerg hybrid. And what was the final clue? Help me, Jim. That's who her love interest is.
Jeez.
Well, and then ghosts are kind of like a unit type. So.
Ghost is a unit type. It's the class of sniper they have.
You made that one really hard.
Actually, if any of us played that game at all, it would have actually led right into it.
Yeah.
There's probably people yelling at us. There's this person.
Well, I don't play the game, so I can't know anything about it.
All right, I forgot your username again. Sugar.
Sweet kicks.
Sweet kick.
Oh, Sweet Kicks. That's
Sugar
right.
lips.
I was about to say
They will-
Sugar Tits.
You said it anyway. Okay, your
Sweet-
turn.
Sweet Kicks. Yeah.
Fine. Mine is also from a video game. I'm sorry that I went on expert mode on mine too.
I'm gonna make up a new one. I was gonna go easy on you
But
guys.
fan. Anyways, your first clue: he loves bagels. Second clue: loves hope, hates despair. Third clue is that he has dementia.
I'm going to assume it's a character.
WTF?
Persona.
I'm gonna guess Persona 4 or Persona.
It's gonna be. I'm gonna say someone from Persona
Character
series.
who loves- You know what? I've never played the game, so I can't know any of the characters, but I can know their names, so I have a 1 in
How
40
do you know their
chance.
names if you haven't played?
They've said it a whole bunch of times.
Oh.
So I just have to remember one of them and then throw it out there.
I don't remember.
I don't
names.
remember.
I'm not good at names, so this is.
Look them up.
Um,
Just the names of the characters.
That's
that...
fine. We could do that because there's so many names.
all right.
Okay, what were
Here-
the clues again?
Loves bagels.
Loves bagels. I love bagels.
Loves hope and hates despair.
Yeah, I like that too.
And has dementia.
What's dementia?
Forgetfulness.
What's
It's like-
dementia?
Well, very bad form of forgetfulness.
It's like
Okay,
well, it's,
my
it's,
guess.
It's the stage before Alzheimer's.
Yeah, my guess is me. I've got dementia.
Are you a game
I
character?
like bagels.
I'm just gonna throw a random.
And
name
what was
out
the
there.
other one? I forgot.
Loves hope and hates despair.
Yeah, I don't like despair. I
I'm
like
just throwing
hope.
a name out there. Sounds like a male.
He's gonna groan at me too whenever I tell
I
him.
bet you I am.
Human?
Nato, I'm gonna throw a name out. I'm so tired.
What are some names from Persona?
Here's the list of names that has no information. Just throw a name
I'm
out.
just waiting for
I'm
final
gonna
answers
go
here at this point.
with Mr. Edogawa.
I'm gonna go with Mitsu Kubo.
Wrong, and wrong.
Okay, final clue.
Final clue is from Danganronpa 2.
Oh, well, we were off the game series.
Oh, it's from the second one.
Yeah. Hope and Despair was your clues, Toshi.
Was he?
I'm not playing that game series.
I don't even know what a game series it is.
Wait a minute. Was he in the first one?
No.
Well, then I'm not gonna know it.
Okay, so my name. I want to say Evil Knievel because I have no idea.
Evil.
I'm gonna go
with a random Japanese name, Yagami.
No.
Like you got me.
Why not?
Toshi.
Okay, I'm gonna go with the bear from Danganronpa.
No.
What's the answer?
Nagito Kameda.
Yep, don't know that one.
Nothing.
I could have totally got it with my random Japanese name.
You think he's normal at first, and then after the first case, you learn that he was actually trying to be the killer and then was trying to cover up the killer. He's all about hope. He hates despair. He has an odd obsession of bagels. He has bagel boxers. I kid you not. And then whenever he learns...
Don't detail think there, Toshi.
And then whenever
I
he
see
learns
those
about
wheels
hope and
growing.
despair, he goes AWOL, and spoiler alert, he kills himself.
Huh.
So
he was
Wow,
the
yours
killer?
is more negative than all of us so far.
So...
Okay, positive note. Toshi, go. Positive note.
Okay. I was gonna make it really, really easy
You may
for
have
you
to because
guys.
it's basically, yeah, you know you should because you're winning by 1 point. Yeah.
You are.
Yeah, but if I make it easy for you, does that mean all three of you guys get 1 point?
I don't. We haven't
Yeah.
figured out the score system yet.
Well, here's the baseline for it. So you do want your question to be answerable. Because if nobody gets your questions multiple times in a row, then that means that you aren't allowing people to get points from you.
Okay,
So
let's go
all
with
three
sample.
of you guys.
Well,
Yeah.
let me ask.
No, you got my
Yeah.
point.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
okay,
guys-
that's
but-
right.
Okay, so let's go with
Anxious
that
here.
way. Like with my questionnaire, would it be too hard for you guys to get?
No, yours was actually fine, but if you keep getting ones that
Mine was
aren't
hard.
answerable,
What about hers then?
Hi.
hers, that was way obscure.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's
so
an anime and a video game.
if she, continued week after week of doing that,
I
then
won't
that's...
do it
Okay.
again.
Well, no. We're using this as an example. Then that's where, whenever we
Getting
decide what we do
good.
with the lowest score,
Mhm.
has to do something fun.
I have a paddle.
yeah,
That's-
we do need to come up with some reason to not win and not lose.
Yeah. To come up with
So-
something that's answerable, but at the same time difficult.
So,
Right.
Okay, then are we going to make a score for the person who is able to stumble all three then?
Well, you do want to be able to have somebody answer your score, like I said.
Okay.
And you do want to earn points by answering the question as accurately as possible.
Like I got a point.
Yeah.
So, you
right
would get
now,
a point, he would get a point.
no, he has a point, so he's in the lead,
Mhm.
and
'Cause I'm
I'm
the
not.
winner.
And I'm not below 0. So if nobody answers your question at all, think of that as like -1.
So I'm -1, she's -1.
Yeah.
Okay.
So think about it in that sense, where
So
you want
sorta
somebody to
do
answer.
want
You,
them to
you want
answer.
them to
Yeah.
answer, but you don't want it to be
You
too
don't
easy.
want everyone to answer.
Okay.
Anyway, one
Yes,
that
go.
should have been discussed earlier too. Go.
Yep, agreed. Okay, so like I said, I was gonna make it easy, but now I'm not.
So you want the negative score.
I'm changing my complete. All right, hey, anime character,
Okay.
Got it.
because that's probably gonna be most of my topics.
Okay.
Lovable in a different way than lovable.
What?
What?
Can you rephrase that?
Hang on, I'm using this all on the fly.
See, this is what the.
Just use the one you had.
Use the one you
Use
had.
the one you had.
You made us write these down.
Okay, fine.
You're stuck now.
But if you guys get it,
Because you can't think on the
Mine
fly.
would be easy if anyone played the game.
Well, even if we all get it,
all
you're
right, I
still
got it.
in
All
the
right, let's go.
lead. Okay.
Katana.
Okay.
Mine are all gonna be single words.
I'm assuming it's an anime character.
Yes.
Yes. New.
Okay.
Okay.
This one's gonna give it away. Future.
Katana. Oh, it's Samurai Jack.
Agreed.
Is it Jack?
Is that your guess?
Yes.
Yeah.
You guys suck.
Ding ding ding.
Well, congratulations. Now you both are at 0. You're at 1, and I'm at 1. No, you're at 2 because
Or
we
as
guessed
what
it.
Monami
Can I
says.
make a harder
ding,
one?
Ding, ding,
No,
ding.
you got
No,
you have
no.
you're 2 points.
Stop
Yeah.
it.
Okay,
You're
fine.
winning still.
I win. I'm still winning.
He doesn't
Yeah.
care as long
Alright.
as he's winning.
Yeah.
I'm winning. I'm gonna make a song up for that.
Oh lord.
Oh gosh.
Anyways.
All right. Well, since that's out of the way and we just played the game, thank you for joining the game. On to gaming.
So we're gonna.
Oh
open
yeah,
up
you want me
with-
to read the topic?
Well, I mean, I thought you were, but
I
I
thought
totally got
you
it.
were leading it.
Yeah. It's like, and
were
speaking
leading,
of
yes.
gaming,
As we throw the notepad down.
Yes.
dot.
Speaking
So-
of gaming, Xenoblade Chronicles X, anybody?
Definitely. So everybody here has it, well, except for the non-gamer
Yeah.
Yep.
glares at Toshi.
I haven't picked mine up yet.
I have my copy in my car with the strategy
I'm
guide.
doing it tomorrow. I'm ready to learn. Stop it.
So this is, I believe it's actually going to be a sequel to Xenoblade Chronicles.
Guess what I'm not
I
doing
don't
tomorrow.
know. See, this is the problem. You know
Shut
nothing
up.
about it. I looked at the book a little bit, so I don't know if you want me to tell you anything.
Nope.
That's the thing. So you said a sequel to it. That's sort of like me going.
It's a
okay.
sequel.
That's all I can say. I can say it's a continuation. That's all I can say.
Yeah. So
Definitely.
I'm going to explain my theory because don't confirm or deny, just
I'm
ignore
gonna-
what I'm saying
I'm
here.
gonna have to look away from you because you could. That'll make you read.
So I'm going to look at Toshi, just
Yeah.
staring at his feet. So,
Look at
anyway,
Tabata.
at the end of Xenoblade Chronicles, Shulk uses the sword to create a...
Okay, hang on. What is Xenoblade Chronicles? I've never played it. I've only seen the album cover or game cover.
It is a game about a group of characters who gather together to fight people from another continent, so to speak.
Another
Living
society.
continent? Yeah.
I would call it another society.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
humans versus mechs, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, you've piqued my interest.
So the main character picks up a sword called the Monado. It's an energy sword that has multiple pseudo forms to it. It's one of the only weapons that has the ability to damage.
The machines.
Yeah, and it grants the ability for those around it to damage machines.
Interest rising.
So it also grants him the ability to see the future, create barriers, allows his teammates to
I
have
can't
super
look at
speed.
him because he could read me. So that's why I'm looking
I know.
down.
I'm very much focused on Toshi, and so we have all of these things mixing together. Different races working together against the Mechon,
Like the
finding
Napon,
their
and
own.
they're cute and they're fluffy, and I love them, and I want a Ricky plushie. Okay.
And that's my
I find the
collection.
Napon to be a very
Ew.
polarizing thing. If you're like me and find those things
What?
to be annoying,
What is a Napon?
think
They
tiny
look
fluff
like-
ball with.
They look like eggs. They're shaped like eggs. They have large bunny ears. They have these cute little beady faces, kind of like Pushing the Cat. I know you've seen Pushing the Cat.
Mm-hmm.
Their ears are also their arms.
And Ricky talks like this. And Ricky wants to save world with Shook. And hates Ryan because Ryan is big dum dum.
That sounds fun.
Yeah. So for me, it's one of those things where I find it very grating, having their speech pattern be Neanderthalic.
Instead of
It's
like
a little
instant
easier
intelligent.
to watch it subbed as opposed to dubbed. I will say that much,
Yeah.
but I still love the game regardless.
Oh yeah, no, the game's incredible, and you can ignore them for the majority of the game.
what's the
Right.
kind of gameplay like?
Very heavily numbers dependent.
Yep.
You are literally staring at a screen going number. You can beat things that have bigger numbers than you, but it requires you to manipulate how you're doing the fight, where you're doing the fight,
You can
timing
see
on
the
everything.
monsters' levels above their
Mhm.
heads, but if a monster is significantly higher than you, like
You're not gonna touch it.
there's like level 99 monsters roaming around like one of the first few areas of the game, and you touch that
Jeez.
thing and they're dead.
Yeah, it gives you a wide berth. I mean, you can very
Is it
easily...
free roaming?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I might want to play this.
It's incredibly fun. And Xenoblade Chronicles X, I should
It will
get
make
to
you
the
cry.
sequel aspect while Human is staring at his phone. So
I'm trying because I'm. You
Yeah.
know.
so to sum up really quick, into the game.
Don't do that. Those are mine.
I was chewing on her headphones. Sorry.
Don't do that.
I'm so used to mine.
Bad Toshi. We spray you with water bottle. Into the game. Shulk recreates the world. No gods, no Monado. It looks basically like Earth. All of the species are working together, both humans and machines. Just kind of a full utopia at that point.
Yes.
So, in essence, recreating Earth. At the start of Xenoblade Chronicles X, this is the only part I know about it because I've watched the first trailer, the world itself gets destroyed. So humans are on a spaceship traveling out to another planet. We know that there are Nopon in it. Damn it.
I like the Nopons. You shut up.
We haven't had any, to my knowledge, confirmation since the first trailer, because I've tried to avoid a lot of it, of any other species from the original game being in it. But the Nopon are a heavy nod that this is a continuation of that planet and story arc. Whether or not the other species will show up later on, whether they can be your teammates, whether or not they made it to the planet on the shuttle, whether or not interbreeding has lost many of the traits of the others.
So it's them moving
unknown.
to a new planet?
Yes,
Yeah,
that is my theory.
Because their home was destroyed.
Yep.
The little creatures?
Yes.
Everybody's
humans
home.
and
Humans,
okay.
high end tier, which is another
Because
species.
of the mechs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are the mechs like
Well,
a
no.
biomech?
Well, wait.
No,
or...
this one, the mechs aren't the enemy anymore. It's an alien species. There's 2 different alien species that fight near Earth. One of the lasers goes towards Earth, blows it freak up, and then everybody has to fly out to space. So
Because
this follows one of the pods landing on an alien planet after being attacked by aliens, and them rebuilding society on a new planet.
Which also kind of throws back to the first game whenever one of the towns, Colony 6, was attacked, and there were a lot of side missions for you to help rebuild that society.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it looks like it's going to have a lot of similarities to the original game, and if my theory is right, it's been a working theory ever since I saw the first trailer, then it will be a continuation. If not, it's not a big deal. It's not a huge connection between the two.
There is something that I can confirm from
Nope.
that.
That's why I didn't say
Nope.
anything. Why do you think
No.
I'm not saying anything? I'm looking down. Because
Can
I'm
we
just-
spoil one thing?
No.
Please?
Okay.
What's the one thing?
I don't know, just spoil something. That way spoilers can be
A
out.
YouTuber, Emil, who goes by Chugga Conroy, actually confirmed this. One of the Nopon that you see on the ship, you actually see that Nopon on the spaceship, and I guess later on, if I'm remembering correctly, does become a playable character.
Huh.
So that Nopon that was an NPC from the first game does join your game at a later point.
That's a good one.
I'm not gonna say anything. Because
like
can
that one.
Say things that question. Okay, so I think that's good. Let's move on to the next subject.
How about the Platinum game, the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle?
The fact that they actually got a green light for that just after finishing the Transformers one makes the 80s child in me scream with joy.
But Activision is playing a hand in that too, and they've usually been up and down with that.
What's the premise behind the game?
If it's anything like any of the other Platinum games, it's basically God juice on an orgy.
And this is why I worry.
I did not follow that at all.
Just repeat that again. So
God
people...
juice on orgy?
Yes. So if you are a fan of action games, it's the type of thing that rewards split-second decision making, fast reaction time, lots of combos, lots of maneuverability, where you're free to move around as you need to, and even in the middle of attack, you can be like, "Oh, I need to stop attacking and move." You don't have a restriction of I hit the attack button. I'm gonna have to sit here for 3 seconds while I need to get hit
Have
by
you
that
ever
thing.
seen Bayonetta being played?
Is that the movie or the anime that...
No, screw
no,
the
no,
screw
no,
the
no,
anime.
no.
Screw the anime.
Yeah.
Anime was
Watch
garbage.
the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I keep hearing. The game is so much
The
better
game
than
is
the anime.
amazing.
Mhm.
Diva only likes the anime because Diva has a poor taste in movies and shows.
I love how that's her name now. We just created her name as Diva.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Okay, there we go. That's confirmed. We now have
We
a
have a
Diva.
friend. We're going to name her Diva.
Yes.
Just Super Saiyan. Anyways.
Ha.
But it's a good. It sort of has the idea of a beat 'em up game, but actually more thinking. It's a beat 'em up with more thinking, more analyzing, more situating,
And more turtles.
and more turtles.
Yeah, with the turtle one, you're
And
going to be
pizza.
able to play as each of the 4 turtles with
How do
even
you
a
think?
modicum of luck.
How do you think the design's going to be?
It's going to be a lot like any of the other ones. You're going to be
Like
able
old pixely looking?
No. Which character design do you want them to go towards more? The 90s, the 80s?
I think, based on what they did with Transformers, I think they're going to go full hard on straight to the 80s.
That is the late 80s, early 90s one.
Mhm.
So like the really short, fat, stubby version of them?
They were the short, fat, stubby
I mean,
ones,
kinda.
comparably.
They're
Yeah.
always stubby.
Yeah.
No, but comparably to the other generations, like if
Yeah.
you watch
Well,
Fast Forward,
right.
If you watch that final movie with the turtles,
Yeah.
they were the short and stubby and.
Yeah.
I mean,
There was also a
Scrawny.
thin anime of them.
There's a thin cartoon of them on Nickelodeon.
Maybe that's what I was thinking
Yeah,
of, is the-
because
And the comic one,
Yeah,
they're completely
'cause-
different. That style.
In the live action movie, they're buff.
yeah.
Which one are we talking about?
The newest one.
Let's not talk about that
no,
one.
that one was.
There's only one good scene out of that movie. One good scene out of that movie.
And let me guess, it was
Elevator
shown in the trailer.
Yes.
Yep.
Do you-
Called it.
Which one do you say it is?
Elevator. And
Yes.
I've never watched it.
I've never watched the elevator scene?
No, I've watched that because I watched the trailer, but I know from the trailer that I wasn't going to enjoy the movie.
I
watched
thought
just all critic.
I thought Shredder would have been cool to see.
Oh, no, let's not talk about what they did with Shredder because it
Oh,
was dumb.
great. Never mind.
Do
All
you
right.
want to know what they did to Shredder?
No.
No,
Okay.
let's just focus on Platinum and
Okay.
all of their
It's
glory.
been
that is-
announced that it's been confirmed by Platinum. It's announced that also Activision is playing a hand. That's why I worry a little because Activision with side projects have not always been 100%.
True.
Is it just like why? Is it because they're more expensive or?
No,
No.
it's they want more. You know how we talk about how Konami wants to make money?
Mm-hmm.
They want to make money.
They want to frou-frou it up to
Yeah.
make it look appeasing, and then you go in and you play it, and it's
And it weakens the game
Is
overall.
do they try to upprice it too?
Oh yeah.
more
Yeah.
than likely.
So it's like
And
an Amniplex. It's
Deal-
like
Right.
it's like here, buy this,
Buy
and
this
we're gonna
piece
spend
of crap.
yeah,
We're gonna make it look pretty.
and you're gonna spend $300
Which
on
the-
it.
Platinum
DLC,
can-
DLC,
Yeah.
DLC.
Ah.
Yeah, but yeah, that's why Platinum's good at that. But that's why I worry because if Activision goes, nope, we're the main ones supplying the money, the requirement, you have to go our way. That's why I'm worried.
With Platinum Games, though, I could, at worst, I would see them being like, all right, we have a very limited budget here. Let's take the exact engine from one of our more recent games, reskin it, do new levels, do new animations for the attacks, focus in on giving players more of what they enjoy.
Now, do you think this is going to be a co-op or online co-op?
I don't think, with Platinum Games, online is a terrible idea.
That's why I say I hope this is a 4-player co-op game where you could just.
I would
play with
enjoy
friends.
co-op.
Oh, I'm sure people would love co-op.
Amazing.
Yeah. And we
Anything
just-
with co-op these
Think
days,
about
people
us
are
playing
ecstatic
that
about.
as a group.
That'd be fun.
Oh my god, that would be incredible.
Well, if there's friendly fire on it, like there is in Rayman.
I would not
I'm
want
good.
to see us just do a
Well-
4-off game now together.
I know of at least one of my friends, if not two, that would be incredibly good teammates for something like that.
Who?
One of them you haven't met yet. His name is Josh. He lives in Las Vegas. But if we got together, it would be one of those things where we would put the game in midnight of release, go literally until 6 a.m, learning every little detail about it, going through the main campaign, like hopped up on Mountain Dew.
Wait. That would work for you and me. It wouldn't work for him.
Oh no, not for him. But I'm just saying, like,
No, it would work for me. I just
You would stand in the
haven't
corner
done.
swing.
No. Let me settle something right here, right now. The reason I gave up gaming is because it takes so much time away from my life, and I get so addicted to it that I learned that it was a problem.
He wants to be an adult.
I try to be an adult.
It didn't work.
It doesn't
It
work.
still doesn't work.
doesn't work.
So I'm trying to wing away from the gaming, and I've done pretty good.
But that would be incredibly fun if there was multiplayer to it, to where it was, like classic Turtles games. You almost always had multiplayer in those.
And that'd be hilarious if we could just do it once like us
Yeah.
and just go in and go, this is interesting, what are you doing? And just have one of us just screw around and the others going, we're fighting this thing, I just want to swing at the stars.
But no, that I would definitely be down for that. I don't think that there's any reason to worry about it, even with Activision being as big of a part in it. Because
Now, this is also the catch. They just bought the name rights to it. Do you think they're going to start production, or is it just to hold control of it and touch it whenever they feel?
I don't think we'll be seeing anything about it for another 2 years.
Yeah.
But I mean, we might see a trailer in
Well,
a year.
that's why I asked you, because the Transformers thing, we didn't hear anything until they announced it a year.
Yeah.
It only took them a year and put it out, and it's been really well received.
Yeah.
So-
No. They fantastically received. That game is awesome.
So you don't like the other ones before that?
Oh, no. One of my all-time favorite games is actually Fall of Cyber. No.
Oh, because I
Yeah.
thought those did really well. Those ones
Yes,
before.
both of them were incredible, and I still love to get on multiplayer for
Both
the,
of
Transformers Fall and War of Cybertron. Fall of Cybertron is the second, correct? That one, they took what they did in the first one
And
and
fixed it.
refined it so well. Yes,
Before we segue too far,
good point.
do we want to talk about the new clothing line?
I'm totally down for that.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I'm
Because we are
down.
kind of running a little out of time, but
Okay.
I'm
we'll kind
down
of wrap it
'cause
up.
I'm a girl.
Okay. And yeah, sadly, we always have a fashion thing in our podcast somehow.
I don't mind it.
Okay.
We try to
Wait, I'm
try
pretty
to
sure the-
attend to the female group
Yeah.
sometimes.
So the glitter thing wasn't part of fashion?
That was actually part of fashion.
That's fashion. This is
That's a
this
ugly
topic
fashion.
is cool stuff.
This is
Okay.
cool fashion. That was ugly fashion.
That's
Okay.
Okay.
No more weird.
all right. Take her away.
Oh, Lordy B. So, it was announced, I guess, what we call recently.
I think it was yesterday, right?
Just a few days ago, yeah.
Yeah,
Within within the week.
a Mario fashion line.
Yay!
Holy tits! I'm excited!
Have you got to see it?
No, I don't want to.
Oh, they're actually pretty cool. They look like overshirts, but it's Mario Machina, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, humans showing me stuff right now. Okay, it's like hoodies and whatnot. Okay.
Wait,
And this
Well,
is
they got some overshirts
Yeah.
that are like
I mean,
kind
I
of like
could-
an 80s style.
I can get down.
and
with
the
it.
weird thing about it is this is like one of those fashion brands that actually go walk runways. They go to the Paris and go to the Milano,
I
whatever.
Could, I could
I'm
wear
a-
an oversized like Mario
and
sweater and
that
some
group does
leggings.
weird one. They said they did like fast food. They did SpongeBob. They actually walked them down a fashion show, having them do that. So that's why it's really interesting.
So it's called Super Moschino.
and that's the company's name.
Okay.
See, now,
But they're using Mario
Yes.
as the okay, so it's got the Mario font with the Mario colors,
Mm-hmm.
And Mario on it.
they're just mainly oversized sweaters, oversized T-shirts.
Well, that's what we say, but you have to look at the models on them.
Well, yeah.
Those are
'cause-
model bodies.
Because they're
were-
true.
They're twins.
okay. So they're
Yeah.
gonna be belly shirts for me.
Which may or may not be a sight to behold.
I
They're
would
actually they would fit you like a model body, Zeris.
Yeah.
oh, I could be styling.
Yeah.
Zeris wears enough crop tops for all four of us.
You know-
Hey, that's not my fault.
You know, it took us this long to go to this
Lies.
point. It took us a long time to get to this point. Usually, we initially started off.
Ah, that is lies.
My one question right quick is I have not yet seen one pair of overalls in that design.
I have only
Let me-
seen
let me see if-
overalls.
Oh, that's a good idea. I've
Yeah.
never even heard of
well,
that.
yeah, because hello, Mario and Luigi.
Yeah.
And even
Well,
Mario and
that's just
Waluigi.
that simple. I think there's another one that has more pictures. I will look for it. But it's them. It's in different variety of colors. There's blue, orange,
White.
white.
But the white one is the Super Mario Brothers 3 with the raccoon. where you
Tanuki Mario.
Yeah, Tanuki.
And
Kanuki.
it's-
Kanuki or
Tanuki.
Tanuki.
And each one, as Toshi said, has Mario as the theme of it. So Mario's always in the front, different versions.
There's a few Princess Toadstool or Peach, whichever name you want to float her with. She's on a few items from what I saw.
Oh, she is?
But they're also
Yeah.
doing like handbags and
Yeah, like
other
handbags.
I
and
saw
stuff.
Yeah.
some earrings. I don't know if you guys saw that in the picture.
Yeah, they're gonna do stuff
Yeah.
like that. It's gonna be a whole.
So
It's gonna be a whole clothing line.
Diva's gonna go crazy.
Diva might. Diva's not too big into gaming as she likes to say she is.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
Mario.
But it's
Even if you're
Mario.
not into gaming,
Right.
I know 60-year-olds are like, oh, Mario.
It's Mario.
And I know like 4-year-olds are like, Mario, yeah.
Mario.
I believe that Mario is on par, if not actually more recognizable than Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, Mario is on the same level as Mickey Mouse.
Well, they've also got Nintendo, and Nintendo associates
Here's a-
Mario
People
with
did it.
everything.
There
There's
is
a
a-
bag right there of Mario. that
there's
they're
a
gonna do.
poll that
The bag on the bottom.
I
She's
know.
Well,
there.
there's not just a bag. Sorry to interrupt
it's
you,
okay.
but there's not just a bag. There's a shoes and a a coin purse with Peach. What are the other two?
well, let me
Toadstool?
say it.
No, the girls,
Daisy?
Daisy and
Rosalia.
Rosalina.
yeah, Rosalina.
Yeah,
But
Oh,
the
I
shoes,
see it,
the shoes
yeah.
look like they're like a
I can't zoom in.
brown
There.
with like a gold toads on them, which is actually pretty cool.
It either
looking.
looks
Every-
like golden toads or possibly even
Coins.
coins or Peach's crown.
I don't know
Oh,
what you guys are seeing. Every time you show me that picture, all I see is legs.
Look down.
yeah.
You're the
Still
you're the
seeing
malest
legs.
God
you're the
bless it.
malest person here right
Anyways,
now.
there was a poll done between
Whoa, you've lost yours.
Mario and Mickey Mouse, and Mickey won just by a little percentage.
Really?
Yeah, Mickey won just by like
That's funny because I would think
Mickey
Mickey
won by,
would lose.
No.
Mickey won by like 3%.
When you have Euro Disney, Tokyo Disney, and there's another Disney somewhere, they still probably have dominance.
Yep.
Sorry to go completely, not full segue, but a little segue. I'm going to bring up a little surprise topic. It
scared.
hints in the clothing,
Oh boy.
I'm scared.
but Free. Have you guys heard anything about Free's clothing line?
Maybe.
Oh my god, there's a free clothing line.
No, not
It's
a clothing.
Speedos. It's Speedos.
Nope, close.
Oh god. It's onesies.
Oh, please tell me it's panties or manties. Please tell me it's manties.
Very close.
Thong.
Okay, here it is. They are making a swimsuit butt pillow plush.
Oh my
I
god!
saw that. I actually saw that. Was it on anime? Oh,
Yeah, it's on
Whose
Anime
butt?
News Network.
Let's see.
Butt?
I think it was Haru's, maybe.
Oh my god!
But it's literally just a plushy butt of his swimsuit that
So
you can
which-
cuddle with.
Which one of our female members will get that?
Oh, you
Ranma.
know Ranma's definitely gonna get one.
Yo.
Ranma will either go
Yo.
with Haru or Rin.
Yep, and I'll probably end up sleeping with it. 'Cause
Wait.
just like her other
Wait.
her free pillow, I cuddle that every night.
Well, Toshi, you are a butt man, so.
That this is true.
I'm legitimately disappointed that we do not have a Speedo or manties yet.
Yeah, well, have you seen
There's-
Ranma's swimsuits? She has the
She has some leggings that look like Nagisa's.
yeah. that look almost
And
exactly.
Haru's.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
have to
it's
see those.
scary how dead on they are.
Well, how would you make the manties or the thong?
You would make it like the style for it, and then on the butt you would put it in front of their faces.
I
It costs
want raised
$35.
thong.
You want raised
I want raised thong, the one with the pink one
Yep.
on the butt, or was it on the front?
35 yen. There is the variety of choice, but you have to like order which one you want.
Oh boy.
And it looks
It
like they're coming out with a
exists.
lot of other stuff too.
Picture book, stickers, and.
I mean, we were already blessed enough whenever they came out with the.
Oh, they're a
Iwatobi's-
hair scrunchie.
Ooh. We were blessed enough whenever Iwatobi Swim Club jerseys came out. I still want one.
I
But
almost bought one.
I almost bought one for Rama for her birthday, but then
I almost
honey,
bought one for me.
as he does
We
the
are
head
all straight
wiggle.
males, except Xeris is more straight than all of us right now.
I'm a woman.
Oh yeah, well
I-
the males in the group right now.
I have boobs.
Me
I-
too.
I really hope a company comes out with those temporary tattoos of Nagisa, so that people can start.
Oh
Yep.
jeez. Oh.
I want.
Yep.
In case anyone hasn't heard of 50% off by
Yes.
Octopimp,
Yeah,
Nagisa.
you guys need to go watch that right after this podcast.
That's the only reason I know of
focus on
Free.
Just
That's the
focus
only
on
reason I know free
Nagisa.
too.
Just focus on Nagisa.
Yeah, check out all of his sweet tats.
The
That
laugh.
I'm gonna make some of those. I don't know how, but I'm totally gonna make some of those.
Oh, I'm sure I can figure out how to make them come. Oh no, I can't. My professor is gone starting Monday. I will
But
have to ask him.
I was also
in
looking
January.
on there. They're also having a free mug, a new one. So
Oh yeah.
Ron will like that.
Yeah.
I guess we can leave it with final thoughts.
Okay.
All right.
Zaris, you want to start it?
Uh,
Any other topics that you wanted to go back and hit on? Anything that you felt like we left out?
the last thing that I'm gonna make mention of is I still feel like it's gonna be really hard for Platinum Games to not have an opportunity to make the game fun. Now, it might not be the game that they really truly want to make, but Platinum Games does a really good job of working within limitations. They can take a build from something else that they've used before, keep the mechanics perfect, and just let it be something a little different, but at the same time still their grade A masterpiece.
Human? Any final thoughts?
Just to help relate to our first podcast that we
Oh,
had.
yeah.
We talked originally with the first podcast about all you can eat KFC, which that sounds awesome, and we would die of. What would we die of?
Everyone will get diabetes.
Well, I
And
don't
have
think it'd be diabetes,
From their
I think it'd be
biscuits.
And have
cholesterol
food
death.
Yeah,
babies.
cholesterol death. You would die with
Yeah.
with gravy in your
There
veins.
will be lots and lots of food babies.
Yeah, but the thing is, what Toshi has told me, that
Yeah.
they exist in the U.S.
Yep.
thought it
And
was a-
there's actually some here in Oklahoma.
Oh no.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Yeah, that's
So
what
I was talking to some guys at work the other day, and because I told them about the podcast and they listened to it, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I would love to go to a KFC. Well, one of the guys was like, "Yeah, they have a all-you-can-eat buffet KFC up in
Let's not say.
I don't know where,
Yeah.
but it's like just a few miles from here."
Oh,
I was like,
jeez.
oh, "I totally want to go."
I'm alert.
And-
So apparently, it does good enough to where they are in the States. So I take back what I said in the last podcast, where I did not think they will do good in the States because.
This also means go listen to our last podcast, please.
Yes. So
And
anything else that you want to
Don't
say?
be too critical on the voice.
Shameless plug.
Shameless plug. I don't give a care. Yeah,
Shameful.
I'll plug my other things. I mean, we all have things, and
Plug your other things.
yeah, I want to plug my Twitch account. That
I don't want to
have.
be plugging anything with you guys.
You've already dreamt that.
Butt plugs.
Well, I'm just gonna say I also have a Twitch account if you ever want to come watch me play. It's Shinigami LDL, and I do just games of whatever I want. So that's also one I want to say.
Okay. What about you?
I'll touch one last thing on the Ruby in case anyone is big fanatics of voice actors like I am and my boyfriend Cloud Lightning are. Some of the voice
so that's
actors.
his name now.
That's always been his name.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
What is it?
Cloud Lightning.
Cloud Nine.
We gotta write a list of these.
That's always been his name. But anyways, going back onto the topic, Yuri Lowenthal, who you may know from actually quite a few anime roles, mainly known as Yosuke Hanamura from Persona 4, and actually as the main protagonist and the main antagonist from Persona 3. He is actually now voicing Mercury, one of the antagonists, and also revealed Crow, which is Ruby and Yang's uncle, is voiced by our own Vic Mignana Mignana Nana.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. I was wondering when he'd
So-
actually get in it.
Yes, if you're big anime voice
Voice
actor
actor follower.
junkies, yes, definitely go through their character lists and look at who voices who, because you're gonna see some big A-list titles within there. And I mean, honestly, it's just a matter of time before like Todd Habercorn
Hmm.
and Johnny Young Bosch are in there. Which, by the way,
What about Chris?
Chris Abbott?
No. Crap! I can't remember his last name. Anyway, keep going.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying it's just a matter of time before those guys are gonna be drawn into the series as well.
It's amazing to think that this company that's producing this show to get this many voice actors started with 2 characters on one episode
Mhm.
saying, "Hey, you know why we're here?" That's how it started for them.
But mind you, Yuri does not become Mercury until Volume 3. It was a different voice actor in the last half of Volume 1 and in Volume 2. But Yuri is now Mercury, which I think fits.
Well, Zeros, do you want to?
Lead us off?
Yep.
All right. Well, guys, thank you very much for listening. I hope you enjoyed it. This is Zeros, and I hope you guys have a good night.
This is the sweetest of kicks in all the land.
And this is human. Remember, don't regret the things that you do. Regret the things that you don't. You always look back on that.
And this is Toshi. Remember to follow us on Facebook at Nerd.Lag, and on SoundCloud, same thing, Nerd.Lag, and YouTube, search under Nerd.Lag. And
I
I
like
guess
how
on
free that was.
Huh?
I like how free that was on each of those sites. How it was not taken on any of them.
Oh yeah. which is
Anyways.
surprisingly. Anyway, yeah, go check those out. Go follow. Go share. Tell your friends. Try to get the word out for us. We're lonely. We need friends.
Peace out, Cub Scouts.
Me.
Bye, guys.
Total loss.